All right, let me share this real quick with folks. Copy the link. Close. Reply. And boom. All right, we are live, people. What's good? This will be a quick one. We're just gonna talk about this week's game. What up, Asmodeus? How you doing, man? Good seeing you again, or hearing from you anyway. Make sure you guys, when you come into the room, you hit that like button. 100. Let's talk about it though. I was just looking at the Rams. I've been studying them all week, as you guys know. I study whoever we going up against. And I've been looking at him. Yo, McKenzie, what's good? McKenzie, 2 times. What's good? What's good? Peters being out kind of scares you, to be honest, Davey. Stop being scary, Davey. You tougher than that, bro. You know what I mean? Hit that like button. The 16 of y'all in here. Let's make sure we're doing that. What's up, Matt? He said, when James Washington comes back, do you think you keep Noah Brown in the starting lineup? Noah Brown has earned his right to play. How you do that, I don't know. I'm not the coach, but I can say I would feel some type of way if they were to take Noah Brown and usher him to the bench. But it's also a chemistry thing. When Dak comes back, you got to ask, will Noah Brown be on the field as much? Because he and Noah Brown don't have the same rapport. So it can go your way with that. What's up, Andrew? You better be betting on the Cowboys this week, bro, because they got us as a 5-point underdog. And like Mike McCarthy say, they definitely not the underdog in this game. I don't understand why when you look at the opposition. And I've been looking at it. DCFN 1973. Yo, what's good? He said I hit it first. All right, Ray J. Alpha Mason, what's up, bro? Davey, McGovern not good, bro. No, I wouldn't say McGovern not good. He just don't get a lot of reps. I think just like Fournier started looking better with more reps, McGovern will definitely look better with more reps. His footwork is in question. He doesn't have the footwork of a Peters, but he does have strength. He's very strong and gritty. So I think if we continue to run the ball, McGovern's not a problem at all. He did pretty good that first game. It's just when we're not running the ball, McGovern can be a liability in pass pro. So, you just got to know your personnel, I think. But I'm not scared to play with McGovern by any means. Now, AD is a problem, though. Aaron Donald is going to get after him for sure, but he would have got after anybody. I don't think Peters would have watched Aaron Donald either. We got 15 likes in there. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. All right, I'm going to get started because it's about 40 of y'all in here, so let's go. I definitely need more likes, though, because y'all killing me with the numbers. My metrics going to go down if it's less than half of you like the video. All you gotta do is look down, hit the button, and then you're good to go. All right, I'm gonna give you about a couple seconds that we going. Yep. All right, here we go. So when looking at this game, like one on film, I was looking at Matt Stafford and I was saying, like, yeah, he's a good quarterback. I would never take that away from him, but he is a gunslinger. And in the film, I hope you guys watched it. If you haven't, go ahead check it out. The video that was right before this one. I think I published it yesterday, referencing Matt Stafford's game and how to fluster him. But that made me look at other games. I watched the film for every game of the season so far. And when you watch the Bills were a pretty good team. And this Rams offense that's supposed to be prolific looked anemic. They looked anemic in the Cardinals game as well. And the only team they actually put up numbers on due to turnover was the Falcons. And you saw what happened against the 49ers. So this Rams team has failed to launch this entire season thus far offensively. And it's apparent that Matt Stafford elects to target Cooper Kupp, more often than not. So I think this game in particular, if there's a game you should sit Trayvon Diggs on a particular receiver and have him follow, it will be this one. Because I would bet on the Cowboys if you say you're going to throw 21 to 22 passes at Trayvon Diggs, even if you get him a couple times, even if you give up some yards, I think he's going to get you a plus in the turnover category if you have it lined up that way. So I think that would be a matchup to watch. But beyond that, it's just their offense isn't high flying anyway. This might be a game, honestly, where we're coming in stronger than our opposition. I would say Washington, is hit or miss. You don't know what you're going to get with Washington there in the division. Cincinnati had some line issues, but Cincinnati was a good team coming in. I still think they're a good team. But the in Tampa Bay, obviously, we know what they are. But I think strength of opposition wise, we've played tougher teams and played them better all year thus far, with or without Cooper Rush. So I think that the Cowboys being an underdog in this game I know Andrew bets, from a betting standpoint, make your money if you bet. Like I would bet on the Cowboys and bet whatever you want. I agree with Dez on this one. And I agree with Mike McCarthy. We're no one's underdog, but in particular, we're definitely not the underdogs to the Rams. They are respectable due to the fact that they're Super Bowl defending champs, but I think that's where the line is drawn. I do feel like McVay will look at the fact that their running style, which is running on the edges, aligns with where we've struggled at times and had lapses in the run, but not consistent. It's not like teams have just run down our throat. It's just we've given up some big plays on the edges that you would want to take back, but it wasn't like an all night thing for any team that played against us. So with that said, the opposition that the Rams have faced just not that it's not as strong as you would think for them to come and being the favorites. I think they're the favorites simply for the fact that we're playing with a backup quarterback and they're the Super Bowl champs. That's where it begins and ends. But they're not a physical team this year by any stretch of the imagination. Aaron Donald is what he's always been, even when they were losers. Aaron Donald's been Aaron Donald, so I'm not afraid of that because he's been doing that since he's been in the league. So when you look at the film defensively, and I haven't put out the defensive or the offensive strategy for the Cowboys, but I've been watching Aaron Donald. And what teams have done to him is what any team should do to him, which is run at him. He will stop some of those plays using his finesse skill set, but when you run at Aaron Donald, you tire him out and you slow up his pass rush. And that's what you do against any good pass rusher. That's what you do against any good corner as well. You get out on the edges and run at them, make them tackle, make the game physical. And Aaron Donald will have to earn everything he gets in that game, especially when you have Connor McGovern starting. And speaking of that, let's talk about Jason Peters being injured. I don't know how he got injured. I don't think they even listed how he got injured. It is, disheartening that he is hurt due to the fact that I wanted to see him kind of school Biadasz and Tyler Smith while he was in there. Who knows how long he'll be hurt? I don't think it's a season-ending injury, but it does, I think, hamper things when you're going back to McGovern, and that's no disrespect to McGovern, but he's just another young player. I don't feel like he's gonna mentor anybody from that position, so because he's learning it himself. So with that said, I think that's a hurdle to climb. But outside of that, I feel like the Cowboys are the stronger team going into Sunday's game, and that's a good thing for us because we're talked about as if we're the underdogs, and I don't really feel like we are. Even when you look at the strength of play this season as far as quarterbacks are concerned, and somebody came at me on the last video like I'm insane for saying that it's quarterback versus quarterback. Like it's the quarterback play matters. Not that the quarterback's lining up against the other quarterback, obviously not, but whoever quarterback plays the best determines who's going to win that game. Usually, same thing with coaching. So Cooper Rush's play has been far and beyond where Matthew Stafford is at this stage in the season, due to the fact that Matthew Stafford's line hasn't given him enough time to, I think, get comfortable. Although he's still throwing the ball something crazy, and he hasn't put up 300 yards this season. He has thrown, I believe, 5 interceptions thus far, and he had a game with no interceptions, no touchdowns either. So it's like Matt Stafford is trending up, but he's not in midseason form. So this shouldn't be the game that he gets in midseason form with his line giving up as much pressure as they've been giving up. I think we line up well against them. But let me go ahead and shout some of y'all out, man. This ain't gonna be a long one, but at the end of the day, like I had to come out and address it because people be talking like the Rams is just gonna blow us out the water. Before we get into that, when you look at Cooper Rush evaluation as well, we talk as if he's able to beat the Rams, then it means something. And I think I think both the Rams and the Eagles games, even the Eagles, when you look at their opposition, and I'm not being a homer when I talk like this, but the Jacksonville Jaguars gave them a run for their money. Not saying the Jags, every season is new, but the Jags, they're not killing it this year, but they gave them a run for their money. The Lions, whose offense has improved, had a shootout with them and ran all over them. And then you had, I believe they played the Cardinals. Who else? Let me see who else they played. No, they played the Cardinals soon. They played Washington and they played the Vikings. the Vikings aren't what they were under Zimmer. They're still kind of re-identifying themselves. And then we just played Washington. We see what they are right now. So with that said, even the Eagles, their confidence does speak for something. So when you have a team that feels better, they will play better and take more chances. So the Eagles are still going to come in hot. They're still going to come in playing hard, but I don't see a threat in either one of those teams that can't be overcome. Not that they're soft, not that we can't play, not that they can't play, but I don't see a threat that can't be overcome with either one of those teams. And I'm looking at the film for both because I'm trying to get ahead of the film, so I'm not, behind the eight ball each week when I put this film out for you guys. And watching the Eagles is the same. Like they're a solid team, aggressive team. But again, they haven't played anybody that I think can keep up with them offensively, and they haven't played a defense that can smack them in the face. Really, they haven't, not yet. So I want to see that. That to me is a 50-50 matchup. And as far as the Rams are concerned, I will put it the same. I think that Matt Stafford can turn it on at any time. He always plays the Cowboys pretty well, but I think we can deal with them, both teams. Now let me give you my shout outs. My bad. I already talked to Davey. Let's start from there. Andrew said easy money on a teaser. Yeah, that is easy money on a teaser. Add some points to that. You got that. I'll make it at plus 11. Shadidi, what's good, man? What's good? JP, how you, bro? Let's see. Asmodeus, man. Every single free agent we have signed always turn up injured. That's crazy. It's like they come here to It's like they come here to retire. Like this is the best place to retire. Gerald McCoy last year. They know they. It's like we sign guys that are like teetering on being injured for the season or something. But it's almost like just one touch and they out of here. But that has been happening to us. Or they come here out of shape like Dontari Poe. Same thing. I don't know if he's going to revive his career if he's even still in the league. But he came here grossly overweight, not ready to go. So I don't know what it is, but you got a point there. You got a point there, Asmodeus. I wouldn't be shocked if Dallas pulled off an upset. I don't think this is an upset. That's why I said that. Like, I'm not going to be surprised at all. I think that Dallas is going to smack LA in the mouth, and that's just the way it's going to go. And not because I'm a Cowboys fan. I really would be surprised if we lost this game or if it's as close as everybody thinks it's going to be. I would be surprised. I really would. When you watch the film of both the Cowboys and the Rams, the Cowboys secondary is playing lights out, and not just Trayvon Diggs and Wilson. You don't hear about Hooker. You know why? Because Hooker plays single high safety. And if you single high safety and you're not talked about a lot, it's because nobody's getting behind you. And that's a good thing. When you look at AB, you don't hear about AB that often. When you look at the Cincinnati game in particular, the person who was getting the most help, to be honest with you, not like he needed it, but was Trayvon Diggs because he was lined up against Jamar Chase quite a few times. But in the matchups that I saw AB against Jamar Chase, he was one-on-one, and they didn't. Maybe it's because of the pass rush, but they didn't get a chance to pick on him. They didn't go after him quite as often as you might think. So across the board, and we saw what Dayron Bland was able to do last week. So across the board, the Dallas secondary is playing pretty damn good, man. And it's not just the front seven, but the front seven does help out quite a bit. So they're able to sit on routes that they couldn't before. Double moves were getting us before, and if you keep getting caught with double moves, that means a quarterback is comfortable taking 5 to 7 step drops on you, or the play action is working, either or. But that's the only way you have time for double moves to develop. And if you have that much time, that tells you everything you need to know about what's happening up front, and that ain't happening this year. So I think they're playing a lot of complementary football on the defensive side. So I would be surprised if it's close. And I would definitely, because I think the turnover ratio, the reason I say that, it's not that we're just going to go in and you just blow LA out. I think Matthew Stafford is going to give us more opportunities at bat. And if Cooper Rush can stay away from the turnover bug himself and we don't put the ball on the ground fumbling, I think that alone puts us in the plus 20 category, because Cooper Rush is good for about, he good for about 20. He good for about 20 points, 21 points. That's where he at. But with 2+ turnovers in this game, I think he could hit that 28 to 30. I think we break the 30+ threshold this game in particular, because Matthew Stafford, whether he's up or not, is going to be passing the ball. And that bodes well for the Cowboys. This styles make fights, And this particular style plays right into the way the Cowboys play defense. So I think we got even offensively. You see that we've been feeding Zeke the ball more. We've been running more. We've been doing our thing more. And when you see that, Uber Eats is on his way. That's what I'm looking at. But when you see that, you know the Rams aren't that physical. So I think that will play well into our hands as well when it comes to this style, this particular game. This is not the game that I'm worried about. Thanks, Davey. If you want to check out the film for that last video I'm referencing, Davey just posted that in the chat. Posted a couple more times as we go forward, so that people can see it as well. Yo, where you get that jersey shit hard? Yeah, it's my Aikman jersey. My brother gave it to me, man. Shout out to Young Man. He on the road somewhere. He a trucker, but he grabbed this joint when he was a young buck, and he just gave it to me when I started the channel. He was like, man, you got it. You know what I'm saying? He had it, but he an Eagles fan, but I don't know why he even owned it, but he had to grace me with it. So like I said, I appreciate it. I got a lot of Cowboy stuff in here. I'm just not I'd rather hang it on the wall than wear it. I'm not a jersey wearing bull. I don't know what it is. The jersey fade went out when the jersey phase went out in Philly for me. I never wore them anyway. I wore basketball jerseys, but I've never been into wearing jerseys. I just don't like putting them on. Me personally, I don't know. It's just not my thing. Maybe when I was playing football, I wear my jersey or my jacket, my varsity jacket, but that's it. Always said that the Rams got carried last year. I don't think they're as good as we think. I agree, ruminating 15. The Star of Dallas gonna be at the game. Oh yeah, be there, man. That should be a good energy, good element. Oh, you must be in we going to LA, so you must be in LA. Are you traveling? That's dope, man. That's dope. I wish I could. Yo, Matt Stafford gotta be racist because you talk about because Allen Robinson don't get the rock. But for everybody who say that, well, he ain't had nobody else to throw the ball to at that time. But he threw the ball to Megatron a lot. So for everybody who say that, why was Megatron one of the best receivers in the game when him and Matt Stafford was playing together? I mean, he threw it to him, but he damn sure don't throw to Allen Robinson. But Allen Robinson is also coming off an injury, so maybe Allen Robinson and he not on the same timetable. You know, he started getting. It took him about 3-4 games to get it to OBJ the same way. So maybe it's just a chemistry thing. You know, Dak can't get it to Noah Brown. That don't mean he don't like Noah Brown. It just means him and Noah Brown don't have the same chemistry. So and obviously Cooper Rush has less chemistry with those other guys. You know what I mean? That Dak does, because Dak has great chemistry with Michael Gallup. Although I think Cooper Rush been finding people, no matter who it is, he's been finding them. But I think Dak just has his guys that he can get the ball to. So I think that's just a quarterback comfortability thing, man. I ain't gonna call them racist. I just gonna say it's something to it. Now, if it keep going the rest of the season and they Ocho Cinco him like Tom Brady did Ocho Cinco, then you know it's something there. But that's funny though. What's up, Love and Aries? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to hear from you. Carl Abra, what's good? Okoye, why is the Eagles Washington defense ahead of us? I mean, that's a head scratcher. You couldn't, to me, I think they're going off of yardage and turnovers, maybe. But and then you had those stat boosting games. Like the Eagles had that stat boosting game against Washington, where they had 9 sacks, and then you have them versus the Vikings, which was just a stat boosting game for them too. I think Darius Slay was killing it that game due to the fact that just Vikings offense just not that good. Period. But I think that's why you would put them up there. I can't see any other reason, because yardage wise, we've been playing pretty good, and as far as points against, we're better than both those teams. So I don't know, bro, but that's where I would start, Carl. I don't think Diggs travel with Cup. Cup mostly in the slot, and he don't like being downfield. True. Most of his stuff is short screens and intermediate stuff. That's true. So you may see. I wouldn't mind Dayron being in the slot against him. I can tell you that. I like the philosophy when you listen to Quinn talk about his reasoning for showcasing Dayron in that game versus Kelvin Joseph, because Kelvin Joseph only plays outside. So that would mean 2 switches. You would have Anthony Brown having to step inside where he's not comfortable anymore, and then you would have Kelvin Joseph outside. That's 2 position changes versus just adding Dayron Bland to the nickel, where he's seeming to be pretty damn good, and it looked like it's paying off. I wouldn't change it. I don't think that means Kelvin Joseph is a bust. Neither is, Nashawn Wright. I just think that Dayron Bland, you know how you got guys that are game ready? Dayron Bland may not at the end of his career be better than either of those guys. Who knows? I think right now though, he's game ready. He's war ready. He's in and he's that guy right now. So Dayron Bland for me, I would ride that till the wheels fall off. Um, I like Jordan Lewis as far as his experience and his man cover ability a little bit more, but I think Dayron is more physical and has a nose for the football. That's just you can't teach it. Just like you can't teach Wilson. Now, Wilson has a nose for the ball as well. You would say that Wilson is supposed to be, especially based on his college tape, a box safety that comes and lays the boom like Bell, right? But he can cover, and he has a nose for getting his hands on the football, and his game speed is better than his 40 time. So he's another one of those guys that just when he's on the field, I think you leave him on the field. And speaking of which, J-Ron Curse is coming back this game. And for everybody that thinks that J-Ron Curse is going to come and cut into Wilson's playing time, I beg to differ due to the fact that I said this before, and I think I'll say it again just so you guys can hear me. J-Rock plays will linebacker when we're in our base formation. Although he's out there, there's two safeties behind him because he's playing either what you want to call big nickel, where he's either a nickel back or a will linebacker. Either whatever you want to call him in that big nickel, he's near the line of scrimmage in that linebacker position when he's in tight against the tight end. And if you spread him out wide, he's a nickel back. But either way, in our base, he is there. So both those guys can play on the field at the same time, and then you could still bring Wilson into the box. So having J-Rock and Wilson both in the box at the same time, I think that will eliminate some of those edge runs on either side that we've been having trouble with in the last couple of weeks. Remember, J-Rock has not been there. So having both those guys able to fill on their sides of the field respectively, I think erases your ability to run off the edge the way they've been doing. Although one of those runs off the edge with Washington last week, they blew Wilson up to do it. But, it's going to happen sometime. But either way, I think that's what you'll see. And Dayron Bland needs that playing time. I think he deserves to play because I think with more reps, he's going to be a problem out there. And, AB's been solid. Let me go and run down a little bit more, see what y'all saying in here. Greedy Vegan, what's up, man? Jack Meeker, what's good? You love that jersey too. Appreciate it, man. I'm gonna wear more jerseys since y'all like it. Hey, man, what's up, man? Y'all can say it in the chat. I know I'm a bit of an asshole because I tell the truth, but I don't know what I'm saying. But every time I go live, I lose followers. That is craziness to me. But every time I go live, I lose followers because I must be saying some crazy shit. I think I'll be kind of mild-mannered this season, but y'all don't like it, man. Or somebody don't like it. I don't know. Some of the subscribers be like, man, F AKOYE. Greedy Vegan, Asmodeus, I never thought of it like that. Wowzers, what did he say? I don't know what he said. Let me see. I don't know what Asmodeus said. Oh, yeah, he talking about the free agency injuries. I did address that. He said, I'm down here in Vegas. I'm going to be on the road tomorrow morning. Oh, that's love, the star of Dallas. King Element, I think Stafford racist meme is just that, a meme. But it's so damn funny when you see the Rams leading receivers. That is facts, man. But the law of averages dictates that the white guys are going to get the ball more because it's more white guys receiving than black guys on this team. You got Higbee, you got Swastika, and you got Cooper Kupp. So you got three guys that's white. They're going to get the ball more, obviously. And then Allen Robinson only plays, I think, the X. So maybe he's a little easier to get rid of and to cover. Who knows? But it is funny. Let's see. In 2014, it lines up perfectly for a Dak exit, draft a QB in 2023 like a Will Levis or Anthony Richardson in the first round. Y'all with this first round quarterback stuff that to me is a stretch. Like that when people defend that, that's what they defending it against. You know what I mean? Irrational thought. And one reason I say that's irrational, when you look at Cooper Rush and Dak, what makes you think that the Cowboys need to draft a quarterback? Nothing. And if they did draft one, why would they go as far as drafting one in the first round? First round quarterback picks means one, you're losing. Two, you're desperate for a quarterback if you're going after one in the first round. And I mean, because the ones that you would go after in the first round are top quarterbacks. Why the hell would you do that? That doesn't make any sense to me. No disrespect to you, but it don't make no sense to me. Let's keep going. Should Damone Clark and Jabril Cox take LVE and Barr's job, or should one of them replace LVE? I think definitely one of those guys are going to replace LVE, and I think it's going to be Cox first and foremost because he's the most game ready. I think Clark, they're going to bring him along, I think, a little slower because him and LVE had the same injury, which is like a neck fusion surgery where I don't know how much he's going to be running out there landing on the line right now. And I don't know how much you want him to be because you saw what happened with LV when they said, oh, he's fine. He wasn't. And then he came back and he re-aggravated it. And after his rookie year, and we never got the LV that we got in the rookie season, which is why I'm always on his ass because he can't do what you would like him to do. But I don't really ride LV as much for that anymore because I understand he's changed the way he tackles and he's been okay when he gets to the ball carrier when it comes to tackling. My issue with LVE is like he doesn't take any chances that could lead to turnovers. Like when you're watching him in the passing lanes, I've watched LVE watch Micah Parsons and D Law several times barrel down on the quarterback, and you're looking at that. When you see the quarterback is trying to look you off or reading something, but you know he's not going to have time to get to another progression, go aggressively where he's reading and then jump it. He doesn't do that. He had a couple times against Jamar Chase. He could have jumped it and could have got pick sixes. I think Cox does that. That's why I say I would see Cox. I would want to see Cox in that position because I think Cox would take some of those opportunities that's being presented to him and take advantage of it. Hold on, I got some food coming to me, so let me just make sure they ain't leaving my food downstairs for the cats. 7 minutes. All right, so I'll jump off in about 7 minutes. But either way, I think Cox will be the guy that gets that spot in that occasion. But Clark is a beast, but Clark is more of a run guy. Clark plays a lot like we ask, like you see Barr playing right now, like aggressive, got good speed, not great speed, can do a little bit of everything well. I did his film as well when he was at LSU. I just didn't publish it because the season had already started, and I didn't think he was playing this year, so I thought it was irrelevant. I was going to publish it when it was time for him to play. Now I gotta find it. I think it's on my hard drive. But yeah, I gotta finish that film. But Clark plays a lot like Barr anyway. He's a Sam type of guy. Like he can come down the field and run. Got good speed. Change direction is good, not great, but good. And he's a hitter. He can tackle. And not great in coverage, but he's gonna be in the right place and right time and do his thing. But you know what I'm saying? Like he's a well-rounded linebacker, solid dude. And I think if you're gonna say him and Barr are even, Barr is going to still stay on the field due to the fact he's on a 1-year deal. Two, he has the veteran IQ that Clark doesn't have, nor the reps. So by the time Clark is ready to really take someone's job, I think it'll be after training camp next year. He's a special teamer this year because he won the playbook. Two, reps. Three, experience. He's not going to get on the field over Barr or LV unless there's an injury. I don't think that's going to happen. But Cox knows the defense well enough to, I think, get in there. He said he got that strong neck. Yeah, it's collarbone. He broke that collarbone. It was about a wrap for you. Okoye does not look like Kendrick Perkins. Okoye is not that ugly. Damn, who said I look like Kendrick Perkins? Did I look like Kendrick Perkins? I think it's the beard, though. I think it's the beard. Thanks, Osmodeus, man. Like, y'all be trying to put me out there, man. It's the beard. I got to keep my haircut fresh because y'all be trying to disrespect me when I get scruffy, man. I got to stop that. Y'all got to relax, man. You got to relax. Uh, Sadiqa said she looking at Pat. She said, I'm all woman. Yeah, no, I never used to read the in your name. I used to just read Sadiq. And then I was like, oh, I've been saying Sadiq all this time, not Sadiqa. But yeah, we know you all woman, Sadiqa. Let them stop hating with that. You know what I mean? But she tough though. Sadiqa will kick you out of here in a heartbeat. Pat, you lucky you're a moderator. She probably would have timed you out for that because she timed Marcus went out with the quickness. Uh, I'm a few minutes behind. You said you want to see Cox in those positions. Oh, pause. My bad. Y'all be getting me with that. Yeah, you can't walk in the door with that lie. I don't be mindful of that because my mind ain't in the gutter. Y'all minds be in the gutter, man. It's gutter ball season with y'all, man. But I love it though. I love it. How are you, Sadiqa? I'm good though. I'm good. Marcus Hardison, what's good, brother? All right, I think we covered everything that I was supposed to cover in this video. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying to y'all, but hey, man, don't tase me, bro. Like, don't unfollow me behind my live. Is it because maybe that's the thing? Maybe they don't know when I'm doing my breakdowns that I'm a black guy. I don't understand, man. But they be unfollow me when they see these lives. I'm like, damn. And I mean, like, I'll leave it up and I'll test it. I'm like, I'm gonna leave this live up, and then it'll be every day, like six more, 6 more. I'm like, dang, what did I say? Did I like? They act like I'm Kanye West out here, man. It's crazy. Meat Missile. Meat Missile is not that pause, but Meat Missile has nothing to do with nothing like that. There's a dog called a Belgian Malinois or Malinois. Malinois, however you say it. If you're French, I think if you're Belgian, you say Malinois. But they call that a meat missile because the dog is 80 pounds and it flies through the air and tears shit up from John Wick 3. So when I say meat missile, that's not pause worthy. I just say pause because I know people who don't know the reference won't understand what I'm talking about when I call Wilson a meat missile. Pause. But but that's what it is, man. Anyway, he said, I got one in my house. Those dogs move like cats. Yo, they ain't no joke. Yeah, they ain't no joke. They'll tear you up. Aisha, I think, got two of those. You know what I'm saying? My homie Zaire Raheem, he got two of them too, the fighter. But he got them, man. Hitman is just so regular, though. That's why I don't call him Hitman, man. He like a scud missile, man. Dirty bomb. What's up, Ibn? My man, Ibn. All right, I think we covered everything, and I got 3 minutes before my food get here. So y'all got 3 minutes. Soon as my food get here, I'm out of here. Michael Archery, what's good, man? Mike, man, but just that's not like the first thing you said. Like you don't say nothing in the comments, but he just put lava bombs in there. I appreciate it. You always comment, but you always put lava bombs. You don't never say nothing in the comments. But I remember you talk all the time. MPC said, "Go Eagles." Eagles is not the best team in the league. Y'all done played. Let me go in on that a little bit. Y'all are the bum beaters so far. Y'all wife beaters, man. Right now, y'all done beat up on poor Jacksonville. Y'all done beat up on Washington, who we know don't got a great offense yet. Maybe Wentz develops, but he ain't do it yet. Y'all done beat up on the Vikings, and y'all got beat on by the Lions. Y'all haven't played nobody yet. Y'all should be 4-0, and if you weren't 4-0, you would be the bums that we all know that you are, apparently. But now, because we got a little fog out here, y'all get to appear as though you're the team to beat. And I like that because that means when we beat y'all ass, we look good for doing it because we going to beat your ass anyway. But when we do it, it's going to feel better because you got that puffed up record. So I like that. It feels better. So y'all are the team to beat. I take nothing. You know how a fighter beat the shit out of a guy and he'd be like, he's a great fighter. I take nothing away from him. You know why I got to do that? Because if I take something away from you, then it takes away from my win. So we're going to say y'all the team to beat. Y'all are the best team in the NFC. Pause. Y'all the best team in the NFC. And when we beat y'all, it's gonna be a tough challenge. That's what you gotta say. But y'all know y'all not the best. Y'all haven't even played the teams we played, man. Y'all not the best team in the NFC. The one loss that we got, I honestly think if Dak would have played some preseason games or would have been playing in midseason form or would have been playing like we're using Cooper Rush, I think we win that game. And then the rest of the games, I think Cincinnati is better than any team you've played so far. Um, Washington is Washington, of course, and the Giants are the Giants. But the Giants are playing pretty damn good. The Giants are better than the teams you played thus far, too. They're a winning team. Uh, we played 3 winning teams. What y'all done? All right, I'm done. My food downstairs sitting on the ground. So the cats gonna get it. I got to go. But I love y'all. Love what I do. Appreciate y'all jumping on. I will jump on again probably tomorrow. I got a housewarming to go to tomorrow, and I also have someone I need to meet tomorrow. So probably won't jump on tomorrow actually, but I will be on Sunday at 4 o'clock with y'all. So let's get it. I'm about to incorporate Zoom into this so that I can screen share. And when I share my screen, I'm going to go live with some of the breakdowns again. That was kind of cumbersome when I did it before, so I didn't like doing the Zoom ones. But I think I'm gonna start that back up. But like I said, love y'all. Peace. I said peace. Peace.